Out deep in the end zone, goes down low, and pulls it up for the Bomber touchdown.
Welcome to Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Radio Network. Today's game is brought to you in part by Super Lube Auto Center, home of the best 10-minute oil change. Now let's get ready to play. From the Thunder Sea broadcast booth, here's the voice of the Bombers, Bob Irving.
October has arrived in the Canadian Football League. Only 5 weeks left in the regular season, and as usual, there is still much to be determined in the race for the 6 Grey Cup playoff spots. Tonight in Ottawa, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers play another game that will play a significant role in their playoff picture. Hi, everybody. Bob Irving with Kirk Penton of the Winnipeg Sun. No, it's not a must-win for the Bombers, mathematically, but on the heels of 3 straight losses and 6 setbacks in the last 7, well, the urgency for the Bombers to get back on the winning track continues to heighten. Kirk Penton, they say good starts are imperative in professional sports. Well, the Bombers, in their last 9 games, have allowed 10 first-quarter points. So they've given their team good starts. It hasn't paid off for them, though, has it?
No, definitely not. Might have a lot to do with the second quarter.
Well, there you go.
Where they have scored, I think, just 6 points in their last 5 games and been outscored badly. The second quarter has been an absolute disaster for this team for the last 2 months, and it's hard to explain, but it has been.
Yeah. All right. Well, providing the color commentary tonight, Kirk Penton, brought to you by Dulux. Paint your place for color in Winnipeg. Visit Dulux.ca for locations. And today's game brought to you in part by Super Lube Auto Center, home of the best 10-minute oil change. It's a gorgeous night in Ottawa. It was 23 degrees for a high today. It'll be right around 19 or 20 degrees right now. It'll cool off as the evening goes on, but it doesn't look like we're going to get some of the rain that was forecast, and it's just a great night for the Bombers and the Redblacks. You're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Football Radio Network.
Don't let old technology disrupt nature. With your help, the Electronic Products Recycling Association keeps 100,000 metric tons of end-of-life electronics out of Canadian landfills each year. Together, we can extend nature's warranty. Find out what to recycle and where at recyclemyelectronics.ca/MD.
Time for Ask an Olympic Coach. Get the home advantage, the ready-to-move home advantage with Olympic Homes. I'm Greg Harrison, Olympic Coach. No one has more designs of ready-to-move homes that come complete with countertops, light fixtures, flooring, bellworks. Come take a tour of our 10 show homes. That's right, 10 on Dougal Road today.
See your ready-to-move home team at Olympic Homes. Build with confidence. Visit OlympicHomes.ca.
You're listening to Blue Bombers Football, brought to you by Super Lube on 680 CJOB.
To go, the Redblacks 1-11 in their inaugural season. The Blue Bombers are 6-7 and have a chance to tie the BC Lions for 4th place in the West if they can win tonight. Later this evening in the Canadian Football League, it will be the Calgary Stampeders in Saskatchewan, and then tomorrow Edmonton is at Toronto and BC's at Hamilton. So lots of developments to come this weekend in terms of that Western Division playoff race. The Bombers will get the ball first here tonight. Ottawa Redblacks will kickoff to either Sam McGuffey or Damon Washington. The opening kickoff for Jim Gauthier Chevrolet, Winnipeg's biggest and best new and used Chevrolet dealer. 1400 McPhillips, and Sam McGuffey from the 5 to the 10. He's up to the 20 and then stumbles and falls at the 25-yard line. So Sam McGuffey handling the ball for the first time as a Blue Bomber, and he tripped and fell at the end of that run, Kirk.
Yes.
Probably a little amped up.
Probably. The mind was probably racing a little faster than the legs there, but
I expect so. So the Bombers start from their 25. Today's game brought to you in part by Superlube Auto Center, home of the best 10-minute oil change. Brett Maher, of course, the kicker for the Redblacks, former Blue Bomber in training camp with Winnipeg. Drew Willie on first down, left hash, double tight ends, 3 receivers, and Grigsby. Fake handoff to Grigsby, and Willie fires out here to the right side to Aaron Kelly, but the pass is behind Aaron Kelly, and it falls incomplete, and then Willie kind of waved toward Kelly at the end of that, perhaps thinking he wasn't where he expected him to be.
It'd be interesting to watch Willie's arm today, because he didn't sit out of practice last week, but he did this week, so you kind of get the sense that his arm actually might be a little more sore for this game than it was for last week.
He threw it well on Wednesday, the one day he did practice, and had yesterday to rest, so we'll watch for sure, though, Kirk. 2nd and 10, Bombers at their 25. Empty backfield. Willie has it in the pocket and fires for Aaron Kelly, and it's intercepted. It bounced off Kelly's hands, picked off by the Redblacks to the 20, the 15, the 5. Touchdown, Ottawa. A deflected pass that's picked off, and the Ottawa Redblacks get the first score.
Yeah, it's. I believe we were talking about turnovers in the first before the game there, Bob, and that's it right there. I think they probably now have more defensive touchdowns than offensive touchdowns in this park, but
yes, the Redblacks have done some scoring on defense, and the ball was in the chest of Aaron Kelly, but he couldn't squeeze it. He was hit by an Ottawa defender. It was picked off by their middle linebacker, I believe. I'm still number 43. And he took it back for Travis Brown, took it back for a touchdown. And the convert upcoming by Brett Maher. And we talked about how the Bombers don't surrender many first quarter points. Well, they've given up 7 here right off the bat. And, of course, it's their offense that gave up those points. And a timeout, Ottawa 7, the Bombers nothing. You're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Football Radio Network.
Hey, remember last winter? All that dangerous ice buildup on the front walk and garage floor? And what about all that water in the wrong places last spring? Well, now's the time to get Mudruckers to solve all your sunken concrete problems. It's the end of the season, and you know what that means? End of season pricing. Get the jump on winter and spring right now. So follow in the footsteps of over 10,000 other smart Winnipeggers and call the experts at Mudruckers. Call 992-6833 or check them out at mudruckers.ca.
More than 200 years of seed conditioning, growing, and experience isn't enough. Thunder Seed's superior genetics and industry-leading traits in corn and soybeans will leave you impressed come harvest. Every farmer knows the best defense against an unpredictable season is a seed you can trust. Along with their quality product and service from seeding to bin, Thunder Seed Canada is a name you can trust. For more info, call toll-free at 1-888-274-9243 or visit thunderseed.ca. Thunder Seed Canada, first in the field.
Hi, Bob Irving on the sidelines with Glenn January. Glenn, what would you say is the best thing about this time of the season?
Well, Bob, the best thing right now is getting out of town.
You mean away games?
Actually, I mean getting away on a vacation. Right now at Jim Gauthier Chevrolet, you get a free trip to Las Vegas with every new or used vehicle purchase.
Of course, and everyone knows the big guy has a big deal for you.
Jim Gauthier Chevrolet, 1400 McPhillips, 1 block north of Inkster. This is Bomber Football, brought to you by Superlube on 680 CJOB.
Kickoff by Brett Maher after that Ottawa touchdown for Jim Gauthier Chevrolet, 1400 McPhillips, returned by Sam McGuffey from the 18 to the Winnipeg 31-yard line. There's an injured Redblack, so we'll have a bit of a break in the action. Kirk Penton, interesting after that interception touchdown. I watched the Bomber bench, which is just below us to the left, and Bryant Turner walked up and down behind all the offensive players and either patted them on the back or on the behind, encouraging them, hey, obviously saying, don't worry about it, you're going to be fine, don't lose focus, concentration, keep going.
Yeah, that's kind of been the theme, and there's no doubting that Mike O'Shea has the team in a good spot mentally. Things are pretty rough right now, of course, but, it's just, they're getting to the point where it could change, and there's really nothing you can do about it, because these things, like touchdown in a minute into the game could kill you. So Aaron Kelly probably should have had that. He was kind of hounded by the defender. As we mentioned before the game, the numbers on this Redblacks team are very difficult to see, but he was being hounded and couldn't hold on to the ball, and there you go. So, well,
that's good defense by the Redblacks, and again, a pick like that is a little bit of bad luck, I guess, because balls are often deflected and fall to the ground. But that one, there was a defender right in the area, so hey, that's the way it goes. And the Redblacks are up 7-0. Travis Brown with the interception return for a touchdown. First quarter brought to you by Lettingham GM, your Steinbach GM dealer. We are worth the trip. Bombers have 10 days between games. They don't play again after this one until they visit Edmonton on Thanksgiving Monday. And they'll start this drive now. They're second of the game. 1st and 10 at their 31-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Trying to pick up the number of the injured Ottawa player.
It's Andrew Marshall, defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Canadian.
Limping off.
It's like a hamstring. He's grabbing his hamstring on the field.
All right, here come the Bombers out over the ball, and of course the crowd engaged right off the bat with that Ottawa touchdown. Bomber receivers in motion to the right side, hand off Grigsby, left, he cuts it back to the right, the 35. Grigsby up to the 38-yard line. He has a gain of 7 yards. Good start on the ground for Nick Grigsby, who came into the game with 689 rushing yards.
That's a positive start for a team that is averaging only 4.5 yards on first down when they run the ball, and Kerry Watson had a nice chip block there to spring Grigsby.
Grigsby trying to track down John Cornish for the rushing title, and I don't know if I'd bet on that or not. Second down and a little more than 2 Bombers at their 39-yard line, and Drew Willie wants to throw it and fires it long, and he's got a man, but Aaron Kelly can't get to the ball down at the Ottawa 30-yard line, and that would have to be considered a bad call. A bit of a curious decision.
A bad call. That was the call. This happened in the Labor Day game. You and I talked about it then. This second and a little bit, and you're throwing 40-yard bombs when you just gave up a touchdown.
Get the first down. Hiralahu in the punt, 3rd down and 2 at the Bomber 39. Good snap. And Hiralahu shanks it off the side of his foot. It'll go out of bounds at the Ottawa 41-yard line. And we get another timeout on the field. 7-0 Ottawa. We're just 2.5 minutes in, but everything going the Redblacks' way. It's early, and you're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Football Radio Network.
Touchdown for Harvest Honda. It looks like this man here is very happy with his brand new Honda purchase and with the price he paid. And
to drop out for a second or two occasionally. We hope you'll bear with us on that. Redblacks leading the Bombers 7-0, 2.5 minutes into the game. And the Redblacks are 1st and 10 at their 41 after a 30-yard Liram Hiralahu punt. So Henry Burris and this struggling Ottawa offense put the ball into play for the first time. They only have one American running back dressed today. That's Jonathan Williams. And Burris is back to pass. Here comes the pressure. Burris gets it off. Complete. Marcus Henry to the Bomber. To make that the Ottawa 51, maybe the 52-yard line, and it looks like he has a first down.
That was a good move by Burris to evade the pressure. Going back to your point about Jonathan Williams being really the only running back on the Redblacks roster tonight. They have 2 fullbacks, 2 Canadian fullbacks, but they don't have a Canadian tailback as a backup, which is rare.
Patrick Lavoie and John Delahunt are the other running backs. They are fullbacks. Here's Burris, quick pass, right side tip. Boy, it was nearly picked off. Mo Leggett moved up cleverly and reached out his left hand, knocked that quick pass down, and Bruce Johnson wasn't far from picking it off.
No, that was a break that didn't go Winnipeg's way, that maybe went Ottawa's way on the first one.
2nd and 10, Redblacks, and they're coming out on under the ball very quickly. Burris and shotgun from the Ottawa 52-yard line. Left hash, he has 4 receivers. Wide right and 2 to the left. Empty backfield. Bombers 6 men on the line, or 5 men. Here's Burris firing left side. Complete to the Bomber 46-yard line. Damon Washington with the tackle, but Dobson Collins has the catch and a first down for Ottawa.
Yeah, just a quick little out. Perfect timing on the route. And Damon Washington, he was right there, but just not close enough.
Burris and company again going hurry-up offense at the Bomber 46. Ball on left hash. And it's either, I think it's Lavoie set behind Burris. And a fake handoff. Burris pass pump fake, and he's going long down to the corner of the end zone, and Buckner with good coverage down there, and the ball falls incomplete. Wallace Miles, the former Bomber, the intended receiver. Burris has received some criticism, Kirk, but he's completed 61% of his passes.
Yeah.
2,715 yards.
Not bad.
9 touchdowns, 8 picks. You'd like a little better ratio than that, but that's not terrible.
No.
They just can't finish things.
No. But the 61%, I know that's a decent average, but it is among the worst. I think it's 8 out of 9 starting quarterbacks. It's
2nd and 10 at the Bomber 46, and wow, we got flags all over the place. Now the Bombers think that Ottawa moved prematurely. Jake Thomas clapping his hands.
Yeah, it looked like there were a couple of Redblacks who kind of fell backwards, and
here's Tim Murphy, the head referee.
Procedure. Ottawa, number 64. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
That's J. Michael Dean. The Bombers had, I think, 9 guys on the line of scrimmage on that play, showing blitz. But with Gary Echeverry, you never know how many will drop off in coverage. So it's 2nd and 15, Redblacks. Winnipeg 51, left hash. 10:50 left, opening quarter. 7-0. Ottawa leading. Henry Burris has 6 receivers out, empty backfield. And E.J. Kowali was offside. The pass complete down to the Bomber 41-yard line for a gain of about 10 yards by Burris. But there's E.J. Kowali. It looked like jumping offside. The Bombers don't get many offside penalties on defense, but looks like they got one there. Now, do you take the 5, Kirk, and make it 2nd and 10, or do you take the 10-yard play and make it 2nd and 5?
You take the penalty because it would be 3rd and 5.
Winnipeg, number 1.
Oh, sorry.
5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Yeah. And the fans, you hear the fans here. Greg Peach made a tackle via the face masker, so they thought on the replay.
Little high.
And that's got them a little fired up.
The defensive offside on 2nd and 15.
Or it wasn't Peach, it was Damon Washington. All right, 2nd and 10 at the Bomber 46-yard line. Burris, left hash. Calls for the ball, empty backfield again. Big pressure comes. Burris gets it away, though, and completes it to the 44-yard line, but well short of the first down. Matt Carter with the catch.
Teague Sherman had a really, really good tackle there. Sure tackle. They didn't give them any room past the first down line and make a good tackle, and the defensive offside does not come back to haunt them.
No, 43rd tackle of the year for Teague Sherman. What a year he's had. 5 forced fumbles, a couple of sacks. So 3rd down, Redblacks, and 8 yards to go from the Bomber 44-yard line, and Brett Maher comes in to try a 52-yard field goal. There's a bit of a wind here tonight, but it's certainly not significant.
And it's into him, if anything.
Yeah, if anything. Right from the middle of the field, Maher hits it. It looks like it's long enough, but it's wide left. And coming out of the end zone is Mo Leggett, who's up to the 10, the 15, the 20. Leggett, the 25, the 30, the 35, the 40. He's to the center field mark. He's gone. He's to the Ottawa 40. No flags on the field. 20-10. Touchdown, Blue Bombers. Mo Leggett on a 115-yard wide field goal return.
And at first you're wondering, why is he taking it out? But
I was.
He paused and almost got tackled at the 10, but as soon as he got past the 10-yard line, he was gone. And you never have to worry about the kicker on that situation. And, boy, that's the danger. Yeah. 52-yard field goal. You got the big guys out there.
Well, the Bombers' special teams have had their issues in recent games, Kirk Penton, but they deliver a big play there. And on Splatter's paintball touchdown to win, Lovey Zatitko is our winner. Zasitko, rather. Lovey, congratulations. Ready, aim, fun. SplattersPaintball.com. You and 7 friends will enjoy a great day out. Here's the convert by Haverlau. It's good. At SplattersPaintball.com, we invite you to enter the contest, rather, at CJOB.com. Convert good, game tied. 7:9:06 left in the first quarter. You're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Football Radio Network.
Don't let old technology...
115-yard wide field goal return by Mo Leggett. That may not be the official number. It may be a yard or two shorter than that.
114.
114?
Yep.
All right. So
makes it even more impressive.
Yeah. Well, he caught the ball. You wanted him to give up the single, Kirk, and I think he hesitated and obviously thought about it and made the right decision, as it turns out.
Yeah, you got to think that on a 52-yard field goal, that gives you more than enough time to make a move. So you think he probably got the green light to go there if he wanted to, but it looked like he was done at the 10. So
yeah, he evaded a tackle at the 10, and then he made a couple of moves, but it was pretty well clear sailing.
Yeah.
He didn't need many blocks once he got past the Bomber 35-yard line. Haralahu will kick off for Jim Gauthier Chevrolet 1400 McPhillips. After that score that ties the game at 7, line drive boot, and it's fielded at the 3-yard line by Jameel Smith, and he's up to the 25, 26, maybe the 27-yard line of the Ottawa Redblacks. Dan West was down there, and Louis Richardson in on the tackle.
For a team that hasn't scored much lately, only 20 points in the last 2 games, that's kind of a break early that this team probably needed to, you got to wonder what their minds were like, even though Brian Turner was trying to keep them motivated there after giving up a touchdown a minute in. So the timeliness of that touchdown by Mo Leggett is very good.
Kirk, the lowest scoring week since 1974.
Yeah.
Like 94 points in the 4 games. 14 already here tonight, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter. Here's a handoff, first one of the game for the Redblacks. And making the tackle, Greg Peach on the tailback, Jonathan Williams, who will gain 3 yards up to the 30-yard line. Talk about players having outstanding years. Greg Peach right there. That's his 42nd tackle. 2nd down and 7, Redblacks. Again, no huddle offense. The ball just inside the right hash mark, and Henry Burris sends 6 receivers out. Wallace Miles, the former Bomber, wide left. Burris with the football. Pressure coming from Bryant Turner, and Burris. Pass comes up short of the intended receiver, Matt Carter, and that was all about Bryant Turner feeding his man so clean that Burris had no chance to get into that throw.
Yep. He was running for his life and throwing it at the same time. Never a good combination.
Bryant Turner has a great move at the line of scrimmage, and when it works, he just walks in there like there's nobody there. 3rd down and 7. Redblacks at the Ottawa 30. Maher to punt for the first time in the game. And that looks like Johnny Sears back there to return it. It is good. High boot by Maher. Sears at the 27, fumbles it, then picks it up, and is drilled right there at the 27. Boy, he took some big hit. Johnny's accustomed to delivering them, but he took a big one there. A flag came down. Or did a flag come down? Is that just the red shoes I'm seeing?
No, there's a flag back there. The 32-yard line of Ottawa.
Here's Tim Murphy, the head referee.
Well, the ball was in flight. Holding. Winnipeg, number 36. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Well, the Bombers don't have a 36.
Lamar McGriggs, you just got a penalty.
Yeah. Boy, they've taken a lot of penalties on kick returns, haven't they?
Yes.
It's just...
The thing about the penalties, though, when you look at it, they're taking basically the same number of penalties that they've always taken, but they're only 3rd in the league. So while the penalties have gone up huge, they're actually one of the league's most disciplined teams.
Yeah, they are. But they get a lot of them in this fashion on kick returns. Back to their 13, handoff Grigsby, left side, and he'll be stopped for a loss. Actually, the 18 was the line of scrimmage, and Grigsby, left side run, has another one of those big losses that he's been nailed for so many times this season. There's a stat I'd love to see.
Yeah.
How many losses of 4 yards or greater have the Bombers had on running plays? And I bet it would be a staggering number.
It's a lot. It has to be.
So they're second down and 15 from their 12-yard line. We'll call it 16.
Jovan Johnson in there making first contact, motivated to play his team. He said he was yesterday anyway.
Yeah, here's Willie in shotgun. Has the football. Pretty good pass protection for Drew Willie. Still moving and then throws up to the 30-yard line, complete to Kohlert, and that's going to be a Blue Bomber first down. Drew Willie moved out of the pocket and found he had lots of time and found Rory Kohlert.
That was interesting. You could tell Drew Willie was thinking about running and then thought, nope, I'm going to throw it.
And he threw it low and a little bit behind Kohlert, who had to make a slightly better than average catch for the first down at the Bomber 30-yard line. 6:10 left, first quarter. The game tied at 7. Ottawa and Winnipeg. Bombers first and 10 at their 30. Pontbriand leads Grigsby through the hole, and he's out to the 36, maybe the 37-yard line. Nick Grigsby with a 6-7 yard gain. So he's had an 8-yard gain, a 5-yard loss, 6-yard loss, and now a 7-yard gain.
That's good and bad, I think that's how you describe it. But the 6 and 7 yards on first down is a positive sign for this offensive line.
Second down, and well, it's close to 4 for the Bombers, just short of their 37-yard line. The ball just inside the left hash. 5 receivers out. Willie wants a quick throw, fires, and it's almost intercepted. It was intended for Corey Watson. Drew Willie got away with one because that had 6 points written all over it.
Antoine Bruno, the first-round draft pick, had it in his mitts, and that's why he plays defense, Bob.
Yeah, I can't catch. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
4th overall pick for Montreal, but they're very high on him, aren't they? They think he's going to be something special. Whew. Bombers dodge a bullet there. Third down and 4. Bombers just beyond their 36. Good step by Fitzgerald. A little off the mark, but Iralahu pulls it down and kicks it to Smith back to the 22. Gets away from the first couple of Bombers and then is drilled down by Don Unumba and Carl Fitzgerald. 5:04 left opening quarter. The game tied at 7, and you're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue Bomber Football Radio Network.
This is a whole new game. Your Winnipeg Blue Bombers are ready to defend their turf against the Cal.
New 2015 Sorrento away, save over $5,000. Winnipeg Kia, where Kias always cost less. The game tied at 7. Winnipeg and Ottawa. The Redblacks an interception return for a touchdown, and the Bombers a 114-yard missed field goal return for a touchdown by Mo Leggett.
Just your average scoring in a CFL game, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Redblacks first and 10 at their 27-yard line. Bunch formation of receivers, 3 of them to the right side. Burris, shotgun, handoff, left side run. And the Bombers are going to close down at the 30-yard line. It was Greg Peach hustling down the line and making the tackle. Jonathan Williams carrying. 3-yard gain.
Interesting to see Carl Fitzgerald make that tackle on that previous punt. Even though the long snaps have been a little troublesome lately, he had 3 special teams tackles last week as the long snapper, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, if he can get downfield and make plays, that's really a bonus. Second down and 6, Redblacks at their 31-yard line. Burris empties the backfield. Back to pass. Over the middle he goes, and off the arms and intercepted by Deja Dunn at the 50 of Ottawa, the 45, Dunn the 40, the 30, down to the... they put him down at the 31 or 32-yard line. The ball went right through the arms of the intended receiver,
Marcus Henry, I believe.
And we talk, and this has plagued the Redblacks all year. These plays where Burris puts the money on the ball on the money, and the receiver. Well, that would have been a tough catch. It was a little bit off the mark, but fortunate for the Bombers to have it fly into the hands of Dijon.
After the play, unnecessary roughness. Winnipeg, number 91. 15 yards, first down.
And that's Hickman, who took a shot at somebody, I guess, when the play was over. That cost the Bombers 15 yards.
Takes them out of automatic field goal range.
Yeah, it does. So Deja done with it.
Yeah. You can come and look at it from the outside, and it looks great. So,
well, I went to the National Art Gallery in the Royal Canadian Mint, where I was allowed to lift a 24-carat, 28-pound brick of gold.
Yeah. That
is worth more than $500,000. And I want to tell you, Kirk Penton, I've never had $500,000 in my hands before in my life. That was interesting. If you get a chance, there's so much to do here in Ottawa, but go to the Mint. It's one of the many, many, many special places. The Parliament buildings are, again, it's 9 years since we've been here, but you forget how great all this stuff looks and how proud you are as a Canadian when you see all the things there are to see and do in this capital city of ours. Here we go. Bombers 1st and 10 at the Ottawa 46-yard line after the interception by Deja Dunn. One turnover each now in the game. Drew Willie hands off. Grigsby dances away from... No, I thought he was going to dance away from the first tackler. If he'd been able to, boy, he had a big hole, but that first tackler was not going to let him get through.
Jarrell Gavins, who you might recall took a shot at Drew Willie in the first game of the Redblacks season, which was in Winnipeg week 2. He and Nick Grigsby were having some words after that one.
Yeah. No gain for Grigsby. 2nd and 10. Bombers at the Ryder 46-yard line. Ball's in the middle of the field. 5 receivers out. And Willie back to pass. Pressure's coming. He gets it away. He's tipped as he throws. And Denmark has it at the 25-yard line. Clarence Denmark catches a wobbly pass that was completely knocked off the line on the hit by Willie, but it somehow landed in the arms of Clarence Denmark.
That was a great catch. Willie got hammered as he threw it. It was a dead duck, and basically it was on first contact, a one-arm grab by Denmark.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line of the Ottawa Redblacks. Ball in the right hash. Drew Willie with Grigsby set behind him. They have double tight ends in. And they'll hand it off. Grigsby left side cuts it back, and he'll get down to the 20-yard line for a gain of 5. The Bombers now in the Rona red zone, and we'll give away some $25 gift cards at halftime for Rona. 2:25 left, opening quarter. Bombers 7, Redblacks 7. Bombers take Fitzgerald and Pombriand out and put the receivers Field Gadino and Romby Bryant back in. And from the huddle, 4 of them go wide left. Bryant, the lone receiver, to the right side. 2nd and 5 at the Ottawa 20-yard line. Redblacks come with a blitz. Willie over the middle, complete. Kelly at the 10. Aaron Kelly fights to the 9, the 8, maybe the 7-yard line. He took a big hit, but kept going and gives the Bombers a big first down, 1st and goal.
He's obviously motivated to make up for his mistake on Ottawa's first touchdown, which bounced off his hands.
There isn't much to Aaron Kelly. He's a big, tall guy, but he's skinny, Kirk, and he takes a really big hit.
Oh, yeah.
Just bounces along.
He's coming off the best 3-game stretch of his career, by the way.
Yeah.
He's been very hot lately.
1st and goal, Bombers. Redblack 7-yard line. Willie with double tight ends. Handoff, Grigsby to the 5, to the 4, the 3. So now they're 2nd and goal at the 3, and that sets up an interesting situation. That, for most teams, is a passing situation. It isn't on first down, but it is on second.
Right?
You're looking at me and back to the game last week.
I thought you were going there, Bob. But
no. This is 2nd and goal from the 3. Teams will typically pass. Calgary might run Cornish. The Bombers might run Grigsby. We'll see. We'll see what Marcel Belfait comes up with. Grigsby and Pombriand are set on either side of Drew Willie, who calls for the ball and has Grigsby at the 2, but he's tackled right there at the 2, swinging out of the backfield. He was tackled right there at the 2-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball down. We're going to give him almost a 1-yard line. So it's 3rd down and goal just short of the 1. And out comes the field goal team. Well, the ball's nosing the 1. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, when it's outside of the 1 like that, that's just asking for trouble, I think. You're playing a team that has averaged 9.8 points at home this year.
Good point, yeah.
I think once you get to 10, you just call it a game after that, right?
Take the points,
It's over if they can nail this field goal, Bob.
Well,
maybe not.
That might be a little premature. Here's Haralahu then to try an 8-yard, probably be a 9-yard field goal. Braun, the holder. Good snap, kick is up, and it's good. And with 0.6 seconds left in the opening quarter, the Blue Bombers take a 10-7 lead. And Mike O'Shea will tend most times to take the points. And that's what he did that time.
Good call. If it were... And still, I don't know. When you're more than a yard outside, even if it's a little bit, even if it's a few inches, I think you set yourself up for too much second guessing after that. If you're on the one, definitely. But
Well, the other thing is the Bombers are not a strong team gaining short yardage.
That's true, too.
So, I mean, that certainly factors in as well. First quarter brought to you by Lettingham GM, your Steinbach GM dealer. Worth the trip. The Redblacks will take the ball rather than have the Bombers kick it off. 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And one more play before the quarter ends. Burris hands off to his tailback, and he's got a big hole, the 40 to 45. Randall trips him up at the 46-yard line. 11-yard gain, a positive play for the Redbacks. Blacks, and Williams to end the first quarter. Blue Bombers lead the Redblacks 10-7. And you're listening to the Recycle Everywhere Blue